Olá, amigos e amigas da Game Arena, eu sou o Nando Show, editor de Valorant. Hoje estou aqui numa entrevista mais do que especial, a convite da Fnatic aqui com o Boaster, capitão e engenheiro da equipe. So, Boaster, first of all, thank you very much for taking the time. Thank you, Fnatic, also for making this possible. Want to start talking about the season so far. You know, even before the season, you guys had something that teams from us, with us here in Brazil, had like struggling with, which is off-season tournaments. You guys, of course, partner with had Red Bull, playing with the Red Bull home ground. How important is having like this partnership with such a big brand like Red Bull to be able to prepare for the best for a great season?
I think it's massive because I think when it comes to a team that Red Bull would want to sponsor, or be partnered with, it's a team that can win trophies, a team that has a lot of respect of the fans, and it's privileged to be one of those teams that is the chosen one to have it on the shoulder here. So I'm pretty happy with that. And then also to be able to go to these events like the Red Bull home grounds and compete in them, get extra practice, meet the fans, you know, sign autographs, and just play on stage and live the life of a professional gamer is a real privilege.
Amazing. So you spoke about, you know, meeting up with fans. I want to jump back 2 years ago when you went to Brazil. You came here to play Locking. You, of course, destroyed the hearts of a lot of Brazilians who were in the arena. Of course, observed win.
Yeah, that was.
I wanted to know, how was the feeling like? You know, the venue was really loud. Not actually loud due to the team, but to the fans. How was the arena after the match? How were you feeling silencing the Brazilian crowd?
I think it's still one of my most memorable moments in Valorant history. For me, I can't get over how loud the audience was when Loud started to come back from 2-0 to 2-1 to 2-2, and especially like 2-2 after we lost that map. And I took my earbuds out. I was like, holy guacamole, it's so loud. I think like the shape of the arena, like going up as well instead of like being really wide, played a big aspect in that too. But it was epic. It was honestly out of an anime or out of like some epic TV show thing. Yeah, I'll never forget it. And yeah, it felt bad, you know, silencing the crowd, but it also felt so crazy being able to do such a comeback like that. And I know like people still go on about it, but I'm fine with them still going on about it because it still plays such a big moment in my career and in my life, I'd say.
So I think from the past year, we can say even now in 2025, most of the teams that we were used to watching the international stage, like you guys, Loud, Paper X, have been struggling. Not you guys, actually, you guys have been very well lately, but Loud, Paper X, other teams have been struggling a bit. How do you feel about the moment of Valorant? Do you think this meta is making a lot of changes? How do you feel about the meta, the moment of Valorant?
Yeah, I think it's really tough. You know, there's so many young players, new players that are so hungry to win. And when you're playing with the same teammates for a while, you can get too comfortable with each other. You can lose the hunger. You can like get complacent. There's so many aspects involved in professional gameplay, and actually aspects within a team as well that you have to get used to or like learn about. And especially in Valorant, where a lot of the people are so young, you know, you have to learn fast as well. And if you're older, you're meant to bring that wisdom to your future teams and stuff. And it really just goes to show the impact a team and good environment can have, and also work ethic and understanding the meta, because this Teo Vice meta is quite different to 2 years ago when we played in Lock-in, that's for sure.
Yeah, so you were one of the players with the most international tournaments in Valorant, with 10. Going for 11, maybe in Toronto. Let's see how it goes on stage 1. But how is the feeling like to keep up the momentum, to even like your top of Valorant since the beginning, since first strike, with the finals you lost to Heretics? How is for you to keep up like being one of the top IGLs, being the top teams in the world since 2020?
I think it's like you learn as an IGL, you learn what makes your team better, whether that is out of game or in game. Both have such a significant impact within the team. And I'd say for me, it's more so about how I manage my expectations. For instance, last year I didn't have the best year mentally. However, our season wasn't too bad. We won EMEA, and we didn't have the best performance in international stages, but at least we made it, which is like what some players don't even manage to do. So, like, I think it's like rewiring your brain to expect less, be appreciative of like the situation you're in. And I think that's the difference between last year and this year. Is like I really don't have any grand expectations of winning 2 trophies, 3 trophies. I honestly, my expectations now are to like enjoy playing again, not to put too much pressure on winning or losing. If I lose, it doesn't matter. Like, I've lost plenty of times now in my career. So it's like using that wisdom that I've learned throughout my career and using it now in the present and for my teammates. So I think that's kind of what I'm doing, is just trying to enjoy it again. And I think it really helped and is making me appreciate the game more. And then just working, but I'm actually kind of working efficiently now, instead of just constantly going at it, like trying to fix stuff. And if I don't feel like it in the present moment, I will find something else to do and then come back to it, kind of thing. So it's all time management. There's lots of stuff to stay on top, but and you just got to keep trying.
Sure.
Like, I'm not on top yet. I want to win the trophy, but we'll see. Got to get there first, but we'll try.
Sure. So I want to talk a little about EMEA now, because we're seeing a lot of great teams. Last year we got a lot of good teams, fighting for the top. But I feel like in 2025 we have even more better teams fighting for the top. We can mention you guys, of course. Vitality with Durka and Laz and Safe. KC got Saadhak. We got like a lot of great teams in EMEA. Heretics kept the roster. So how are you feeling about the competition on EMEA? You guys, of course, now you have to face some common faces like Durka, Saadhak, and Les, who are like your biggest, not gonna say enemies, but biggest rivals in 2020 on that great year for you guys. Yeah. So how are you feeling about the competition and facing those players again?
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe it. Saadhak and Les have come over to EMEA to ruin my life. Apparently, they just want to beat me. They were fine with doing it on international stage. Now they want to do it in my own region. Like, this is the disrespect is insane. But no, I think the competition is harder. Teams are very kind of equally matched. It's almost like whoever shows up on the day, or whoever's shooting on the day, or whoever wins like these crucial rounds can win the game. It's really hard to be as consistent as we were back in 2023. And so I think that's also what's kind of making it fun, is like, it's a new challenge. Being able to win back then was fine, but can I do it like with years down the line, like a year and a half has gone by now. Can we win again and really cement our kind of like legacy or whatnot? So yeah, it's fun, but I'd say it's like there's a big Royal Rumble of like 6-7 teams, and then there's like some teams down here not doing as well, but like the top bulk of teams is like, it's close. Anything can happen.
Yeah, sure. So you guys already qualified for playoffs with a 3-0 so far. Great performance, beating Vitality, which was the kickoff winners, beating Durka, your former teammate, for the first time. I think it was the first time you actually played him, right? Because he was in CS. Yeah. So how is the feeling of the team right now? Of course, I was playing against Durka for the first time since you played with him for 4 years in a row. How was the feeling of, and how important is that you are already qualified for playoffs?
I say, yeah, it was very strange, like having to play against Durka, because obviously I've known Durka since our whole kind of pretty much. I started off with Durka when we started making these international tournaments, and I know what kind of player he is. I know his personality. And so it was kind of interesting having to play against him now and kind of being on the receiving end of what he can do and his threat in a match. And it just so happens he also got less with him. So that was a quick Icebox ban from us, because I ain't got time to be playing both of them on Icebox. But I'd say yeah, it was really interesting. And then what was your other question? Sorry.
How important was that you guys already clinched playoffs, like 2 matches before
Oh,
the
yes.
end of groups?
Yeah, I mean, ideally we want to end this in our group like 5-0. You know, the top of the group. So we got to beat Giants and we got to beat Heretics, and that will really give us a good chance of making it to Toronto as well. And also, it's just nice to keep that momentum going. And the atmosphere within the team is really good. The vibes are good. We're bonding really well. We are working. Like when we practice, it feels really efficient and it feels like a positive environment, which is like the best thing you can have within a team, because all it takes is one person to kind of ruin the vibe of the day, and then that kind of practice day is wasted. Whereas right now we have really, like, everyone's almost in it to win it together. And so like our practice is, even if we might lose a practice, there's still a lot to learn from it, and like we're staying positive. So it's a massive thing. And our performance coach Phil as well, he's so smiley, you can't even be angry at him, or you can't be like rude to him or anything, because then you just feel like a bad person. So yeah, he's also a really great recent addition to our roster, and we're looking juicy.
Yeah, we can see you guys are playing really well. I want to talk a little about you and Fnatic. So you are with Fnatic since 2021. You are the second longest contract in VCT. I think Asuna is some days prior to you, so he is the longest so far. But how you feel being the face of 100 Thieves? You know, sorry, the face of Fnatic. It's been a while now. It's a huge organization, not only for Valorant but for esports, for Europe. So how do you feel being the face of Fnatic in Valorant?
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I still remember the day where I won. I remember the day when I thought I wasn't going to be a professional. And I remember the day when I tried to, Valorant's out. I'm going to try go professional in that now. And I remember the day when Fnatic first came knocking on our doors when we were playing for Summon FC, which is crazy. And now time whizzed by. Oh my goodness, it's been fun, and it's been a lot of work, but it's been very rewarding, and it's been quite a learning experience in my life. And yeah, you know, to be able to play for Fnatic as well, a historical organization within FPS, especially Counter-Strike, which I used to play and used to look up to those players, JW, Flusher, Olaf Meister especially. Yeah, Olaf Meister, I like that guy. Yeah, and to be able to play under that org and also win trophies under that org, to still be able to compete. You know, I'm 29 going on 30 now. I know I might not look it. I look like a little child on this camera probably. But yeah, I think it's really fun. Really crazy, the world sometimes, when, yeah, if you get a bit lucky, I guess. So yeah, I'm happy.
Amazing. So I want to talk a little about your career again. So it's been a while. You've been on the top of Valorant since the beginning. Won a lot, lost a lot. I want to hear from you a little about 2020 run, because it was like probably one of the best years in Valorant from a team. But you guys had the little rivalry with Loud, the only team that really got you on the international stage. So how was playing with Loud? And that year you guys of course won every single match against almost every team, just lost one match to Liquid on EMEA finals and 2 Loud and champs. So how was it?
Yeah, it was always pain in the butt playing against Loud. I felt like those players just really loved playing against us, especially Les. I knew Saadhak and like the Fraud at the time. They had quite a good synergy together, and it seemed like it was working for them. Who else was there at the time? It was Tui's, it was Kawazine, and
Aspas.
it was Les. Aspas. So yeah, they had quite the stacked roster back then, and it was quite annoying playing against them. Either I was avoiding Aspas, but then I'm walking into Les, so I couldn't avoid like a good player. And Kawazine was having fine form at that time as well against us. So it was something like I remember saying to Leo, look, see, Kawazine uses the Odin on Ascend. Why are you not using it? But yeah, going back to that era, yeah, it was it was fun. It was fun, you know, knowing that like if you go to a tournament, you have a chance to win a trophy, and your biggest hurdle is five is the Brazilian Loud team. It's a shame that currently I don't think they're doing as well right now, right?
They are
In NA.
eliminated. Yeah, they got eliminated last night.
Oh, that's a shame. But you know, I'm hoping that they can bounce back, make it back. Technically, I'm still playing against Loud. I got Saadhak and Less over here, so all we need now is the others to fly over and join one of our EMEA teams. But yeah, it was. I still remember some of the fans as well in the crowd at lock-in when we had to walk through the arena. That was really cute. Like I was signing stuff for them, and they're like, "Come back to Brazil." I was like, "Yes, don't worry. If there's another event, we'll be back." And one of them was like, "Take me with you." I was like, "No, I can't. Take me to LA. I want to see it." I was like, "No, we can't."
So yeah, I'm pretty sure you're coming back to Brazil soon. Let's hope. Got an event here. So I want to know from you if you're watching like the international teams like MIBR being backing up really well. Of course, G2, T1 had a great run in Bangkok. So how are you feeling about the international teams, the international stage? Maybe one of your enemies in Toronto.
Yeah, I mean, the meta is so crazy right now. Everyone's running different comps. You've got T1, DRX running double duelists. You've got MIBR swapping out their players and getting Verno from NRG. And then last night they beat NRG. Verno was apparently screaming at them. Aspas seems to be like sitting quite well on MIBR in comparison to Leviathan. Like there's so much like either roster swaps at the start of the year, so many fresh faces as well, people you didn't expect to see playing and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff going on. But I say internationally, obviously T1, they won it recently, so I wouldn't mind having a fight against them and taking them down. And from NA side of stuff, you know, you've got Sentinels. I still need my revenge versus them if they can make it. And who else would it be I'd like to face? I mean, I still need to get revenge versus Aspas technically, since LA. Yeah, I got a long list of teams I need to play to get my revenge, but I'll play anyone. I mean, I just want to make it to the Toronto event at this point.
Sure. So to wrap it up, I'll leave you the space to send a message to your fans. You have a lot of fans in Brazil, not only in Brazil but all around the world. You have a lot of fans. So if you want to send them a message.
Well, yo, what's up, all the fans in Brazil? Thank you for all the support. And there was one person, he used to message me every day, and he used to say, it's been X amount of days since Loud have beaten you. And he kept it going. He did it for about 78 days every day, and then he stopped doing it. So I was just wondering where that fan has gone, you know, making sure he's okay. Because I was seeing if he can make it to a year, I'll send him a jersey or something, because that's dedication to Loud. But no, thank you everyone for the support. I appreciate it, and hope to see you at another event. Compete against your Brazilian teams and your new players that could be coming up. It'll be really, really fun to see. And yeah, good luck.
Boaster, once again, thank you for taking the time. Good luck throughout the rest of the season, and thank you, Fnatic, for making this possible.